On this episode of Days of Our Lives, Paulina's antics drive Abe away, Sloan's guilt consumes her, Trip arranges a romantic evening, and Wendy's admonition ruins Lai and Melinda's date. Nicole is on her way to see Abe when Eric runs into her outside the pub. Eric assumes that although she was earlier at the hospital, she didn't get a chance to see him. Nicole reveals that she has the test results and that the baby is not at risk. She is baffled as to how Sloan obtained her results before her, though. That information surprises Eric, but he is pleased for Nicole. He hopes to hear the same excellent news as Sloan. Sloan didn't receive her results, which puzzles Nicole given that she allegedly acquired Nicole's in that manner. Eric sighs. It has to be a component of the confusion. Nicole reluctantly concurs and departs. Melinda tries to comfort Sloan outside City Hall about her brother's 20-year prison sentence. Melinda would have offered to take her out for a drink, but Lai Shin is her date. Sloan's lips tremble. She flinches uncomfortable when they mention Sloan's infant. Sloan begins to speak about Nicole after swearing Melinda to silence, but is cut off by a call from Eric. To chat, he requests a meeting at her home. Sloan immediately departs, leaving Melinda in the dark regarding Nicole. Paulina queries Abe about any familiar objects at home. He claims that her home is beautiful, but he can't place it. However, when he sees a blanket, he appears to hesitate. She is aware that memories, particularly those of how content they were together, may begin to resurface. Paulina offers him his favorite meals, the chance to listen to his favorite music, or the chance to see a movie, possibly a romantic comedy. While the lights are low, she forces him to kiss her. Abe jerks back, unsure of what the hell is happening. Off the look of horror on her face, he apologizes. He recently had a few weeks with a woman who kept coming at him. She finds it hard to think he would compare her to a psychotic madman. She is his spouse. He's aware, but he's currently staring at a complete stranger. She sobs as she exits the room. Wendy asks Lai about his most recent date while she prepares gin and tonics at home. He claims Connie was a complete failure. He and Melinda later spent time together, so perhaps the matchmaker got it right the first time. Wendy speculates that the matchmaker set up the scenario because she knew he and Melinda would make a good match. She is unsure if Lai can trust someone who covertly recorded him, though. She wonders whether Melinda planned tonight's date so she could bribe him with wine and force him to make a confession. There is no cause for concern because Lai continues to claim his innocence. Steve is discovered by Trip at the hospital drinking coffee. Steve then inquires about life with Wendy before they revisit the Whitley/Abe incident. Trip claims that they are a couple now and everything is wonderful besides Lai interrupting them. While they are out, Steve offers Kayla and his apartment. Although Steve agrees, he declines. Abe gives Steve a call. Chanel meets a distraught Talia as she is leaving Sweet Bits, and she tells Chanel the news about Colin. She breaks down in tears, sharing his sense of remorse. Chanel acknowledges the need to atone for the horrific things she committed, but she was duped by a sinister and deadly guy. She implores Talia to stop allowing Colin to influence her thoughts. Talia rambles after talking about Abe before confessing she misses her and inviting her to a meal. Chanel consents since it is draining to harbor resentment. She also misses her as a friend and co-worker. When Eric visits Sloan, he inquires as to why she failed to report that she accidentally obtained Nicole's test results. Sloan apologizes after being defensive. He was in a hopeless situation not too long ago and was in a dark place. She altered everything. Now that they are expecting a child, they are family. She feels guilty as they embrace. Paulina visits Abe in the living room and offers her regrets for earlier. She was attempting to trigger his recollection, but she plainly made the incorrect choice. Abe asks Steve if he may stay with him when he arrives. He simply doesn't feel at ease there. Abe is overwhelmed, and Paulina yells that leaving will just make things worse for him. Steve tries to reassure Abe that Paulina is taking care of him, but Abe only replies, "Please." As Abe is being wheeled out in his chair by Steve, Paulina gives in and holds the door open. Trip finds out that Lai is dating when he gets home. Melinda might pull another quick one, sending Lai home early, in his opinion, so he made a reservation at the Salem Inn. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, Daily Bulletin News, and stay with us.